One of the things which I would like to ask you is like, how can one avoid burnout while they're working remotely?
One of the key things that I've noticed that people are not doing in terms of uh, maintaining a healthy work-life balance is, and this again can be tied down to the last point we were talking about, which is expectation. So people are being expected to be online all the time, respond whenever the manager is pinging them. So in a, again, this also starts with a remote first culture, which is like when you set up a remote first culture, you don't have to worry about people being online all the time. So what I've noticed here at Sankalp is you are not expected to uh, be online all the time. Number one. Number two, if somebody is asking you a question, you don't need to respond immediately until production is down, which doesn't happen that much. Apart from that, I'll tell you how I've been doing it. So we work on a Eastern time zone. So I go online around 12ish Indian time, around noon, and I cap by 7 or 8 p.m. every day. But in between, I go on lunch. I take mini breaks. So by doing these, I'm ensuring that I'm not burning out. If I'm not feeling well, I'm like, let me come back to replying to you like tomorrow if it's not very urgent. These are case to case basis, but in a remote first culture, you're not expected to answer right away or be online all the time. But I would say if so, that's what I am doing. If I have to give a suggestion to people who are working remotely at the moment and they're seeing a ton of mental stress or burning out at the moment, my suggestion would be uh, talk to your manager, see if you can tone down the expectation, which is like, do I have to be online all the time? Do I need to respond to all the try to cut down also on meetings if you can, because again, this is again a psychological thing which I've noticed is that managers and even reportees who have liked seeing people in the office and communicating with people all the time, they have this urge to like be in contact with people all the time. So you will also notice that people are pinging you to chat, to do water cooler conversation, which are fine, which is fine. But then it takes up your day a ton, because you and I can chat very free flowing on a Zoom call or an in person if you and I were in an office. But it's very tiring to do a chat or catch up, just, hey, how was your weekend? So it's very tiring to. And for example, if you have 5 or 6 good friends in office, everybody would come up on Monday and say, hey, how was your weekend? And you have to reply the same thing to like 5, 10 people. And by the time you know that you're done with the chat, it's already 2 hours in the into the day. So I think the so what I do is I don't engage that much. Hardly maybe one or two colleagues of mine is like, how was your weekend? That's it. We don't engage that much in office gossip, which is like, I'm trying to highlight a point, which is um, if you're doing remote work, there's already a ton of changes that you need to do. Take care of documentation, make sure everything is online, make sure there's a common source of truth, so on and so forth. So definitely the number of work and the quality of work, quantity and quality of work uh, gets raised a little bit if you want to keep that and work remotely. So working remotely has its benefits, but you also need the work to be done to keep keep those benefits. So you need to cut down onto some of the benefits that you may have noticed in office. And it's perfectly fine if you don't want to, like, if you think that you are not very comfortable in documenting and you hate it, feel free to keep going into co-working spaces or go to your office and do those collaborations there. But if you want to stay in office, then the couple of ways you can cut down your uh, mental stress and burning out and maintain a healthy life, work-life balance is fix a time of your working. it need not be like 8 hours of solid block, but it could be 12 hours or 10 hours of block, and you can take like 2 hours or 1 hours of mini breaks here and there, or long breaks. uh, uh, yeah, so and it also depends on your context, like where are you living, who you're living with, so and so forth. But I would suggest that for managers, they have to be open, they have to be a little bit open towards giving flexibility in terms of when people can work, what's the urgency of things, because I've seen mostly in the Indian space everything is urgent. It's not urgent, and this is how the remote first culture differs. Is not everything is not urgent until the production is down. It's not urgent really. It's just a uh, uh, what was the word? I forgot the
Mindset,
word. No, no, I forgot the word.
mindset,
It's not the mindset. Uh, high. I forgot the word. It's a created urgency. So there was a word for it. I forgot, but it actually uh, false urgency that you're projecting on the team. Hey, if we need this today. But actually, when I send out the designs to you, you don't look at those for like 2 days and you say it was urgent. No, it wasn't. You're just trying to be managerial. That's all. So I think the best way to cut down into cut down mental health and be a little bit more sane while working is talk to your manager, figure out what are the things that you like and don't like. Take mini breaks, for example. One of the hacks I do is I keep a glass of water with me on the desk. So whenever and in front of me, so whenever that gets empty, I'm like, yeah, this is empty. I need to move up. Use a Pomodoro technique. So clock like 25 or 30 minutes of time to do focus work, and then leave, roam around for 5 minutes, and have a cap. Like when you want to close your day off, have that time in your head, uh, and make that expectation clear with your boss, that hey, I'm going to be off by 8 p.m. until production is down. What are your thoughts? So you have to be like, you can't be like, hey, this is what I'm doing. uh, uh, you have to agree, because then you'll get fired. But you have to approach this more towards like, hey, we are going remote, these are the things I'm facing, and I have some suggestions on the solutions. What are things, what do you think about this? What are your suggestions? Open to discussion if you're a reportee. But if you're a manager, you need to be a little bit more open and stop creating fake urgency. That would be my suggestion to managers and reportees. Yeah.
yeah, I definitely agree with all these points. I mean, these are some of the points which I think right now when I think about it, these were like, certain boundaries, certain habits which I could have developed, which would have definitely avoided a burnout and which would have made remote work a lot more easier for someone who has never done remote work, right?
Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Product Stories for more such episodes.